Welcome to day 15 of this pelvic floor 30-day challenge. Now, hopefully you've seen the little video that went out in yesterday's email about the reason why we're going to be focusing this week on maximum strength contractions. So we're going to just get straight into it today. You will need a little strap for the relaxation portion of this video. And if you're just focusing on relaxation, you can just skip through to that. There will be a timestamp in the description. The strap, we'll just put it to one side for now. If you don't have a yoga strap, it's also possible to use the strap of a house coat, so a bathrobe. If you just take a strap of one of those, or a long belt, either would work. So we're going to take our hook lying position for today. So just take yourself lying down into the hook lying position. So the feet are in line with the hips. If it's more comfortable for you, you can drop the knees in together. That's completely up to you, but I'm just going to keep the knees out apart. And today we are going to be working on maximum strength contractions. Now we're going to take our little pelvic floor activation first. So we're going to do the RPE4, so the gentle contraction. So we have some little bit of activation in the pelvic floor, and then we're going to squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax. But we're not relaxing all the way back down. We're relaxing from our RPE 10, which is a maximum strength contraction. There will be co-contraction of other muscles when you do that. We're relaxing down to 4, which is that little gentle endurance contraction that you've already learned. And then we're going to contract to 10, relax to 4, contract to 10, relax to 4. So I want you just to remember that we start by taking a little activation of the pelvic floor, and then we're going to contract and relax. So we're not relaxing all the way to 0. We're relaxing from 10 down to 4, back contracting to 10, down to 4, back to 10. So hopefully you get that. I will put a link to another video where I explain that in a little bit more detail. So lying down, you can watch the hand to see where we go. So we're going to start by taking our RPE4. So we have a very gentle contraction on the pelvic floor, and then we're going to contract all the way to 10 and then to 4, to 10, to 4. Contract, release, contract, release, contract, release. Try not to do it with your face. Try to keep breathing. Follow the hand, squeeze and release, squeeze and release, squeeze and release, squeeze and release, and then relax the 4. Let all of the pelvic floor be soft. Let the knees fall in, let the heels come out. Now, what did you notice? I want you to ask yourself that. How did that feel in comparison to the other exercises? So you may have felt a little bit of compression coming in around the hips. You may have felt a little bit of activation in the abs. You might have felt a little bit of activation on the adductors, or even the hamstrings or the glutes. It's really going to be dependent on the balance of tension in your own body. Now, you have worked already a little bit on co-contractions with the gentle contraction, so you may already be familiar with the different sensations that you get when doing all of those different co-contractions. So just notice what you feel when you do this. But what's really important is that your pelvic floor contraction is strong. Now, all parts of the pelvic floor need to participate in that maximum strength contraction. If you felt that you weren't able to do the contraction, then you can go back to that very first video that you got with that first email that showed all the different parts of the pelvic floor, and just see, okay, can you gather up all the different bits together and then squeeze that nice and hard, and then release it down to the 4, and then squeeze it nice and hard. But make sure that you feel it through the whole pelvic floor. Okay, we're going to go again. So we're going to take our contraction. So you have your RPE4, not very hard, holding the pebble. And then we're going to squeeze the pebble and then relax. Squeeze the pebble, relax. So squeezing the pelvic floor. So you should be feeling like a really strong activation in the pelvic floor. And your pelvic floor will start to get tired when you do this. Keep squeezing and relaxing. Now you can see my fist. Maybe I should be showing it. You can see the white knuckles. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax. And you're not relaxing to 0, you're relaxing to 4. Squeeze to 10, relax to 4, 10, 4, 10, 4, 10, 4. I think that means something, 10, 4. 10, 4, and 0. Okay, the 0 is the nice one. Bring the knees together, bring the heels out. So 10, 4, is that, I think, walkie-talkie talk for over? I'm not sure. But I want you to notice all the different sensations you get in your pelvic floor when you do this. And notice if when you're doing it, you're doing anything else. Like your body shouldn't be coming up, your shoulders shouldn't be contracting, I'm doing the fist so you can see it, but the face, the fist, all that stuff shouldn't be contracting. But you will feel it. You will feel it in other muscles, and that's okay. Don't think that you're doing it wrong. If you can do the endurance contraction without contracting anything else, that little RPE4, then you're good. And I want you also to know that the RPE4, the rate of perceived effort, the level of contraction, so the measurement of how strong that contraction is, will probably increase. So your RPE4 when you start your training and your RPE4 when you finish your training are two different places. So generally that RPE4, as the tone in the pelvic floor increases, that RPE4 also increases. Okay, we're going to do one more round here. So relax the pelvic floor, starting with a relaxed pelvic floor, and then we're going to take a gentle contraction. So get that little bit of activation, and then we're going to contract to 10, down to 4, up to 10, down to 4, up to 10, down to 4. Keep breathing, up to 10, down to 4, up to 10, down to 4, up to 10. Make sure the back part of your pelvic floor is contracting as well. We're still going 10, 4. Don't lose the rhythm. 10, 4, 10, 4. Are all parts of your pelvic floor contracting? Keep going. And one more. 10, 4, and 0. Okay, let's come up. So that is our maximum strength contractions in a hook lying position. Really good place to test your maximum strength contractions, because you might notice that you can't quite grip on all parts of your pelvic floor, and that gives you something to work on before you move on. But now we're going to focus on our relaxation portion of the video. And for this, you want to get your strap, and we're actually going to bring it around the body. So if you have a yoga strap, you can just create a little loop. If not, you can just bring the strap around your body. Let's say if you have the strap of a house coat, just bring that around your body, and I'll show you how to get it in place when we come down into the position. So you're going to have it so that it is just below where you would have your bra strap, so on the bottom of your rib cage at the back, and you're going to just lay down. You're going to take the right knee and hug it in towards the chest, and then we're going to take the strap around the knee, and you're just going to tighten the strap. If you have a house coat strap or like a bathrobe strap, then you can take the bathrobe strap around and tie it here. And you want to take it as close as is comfortable for you, for your knee in towards the chest. So this is quite a deep hip flexion, but what's nice here is that once you come into the position, you can actually let go, and you'll feel this is a really lovely stretch on the pelvic floor. So let this other leg just hang out, let it be soft. Let the whole body relax here. And you can close your eyes if you want to. I'm going to stay in this position for 2 minutes. So relaxing and releasing the pelvic floor, releasing around the hips, and just letting everything go. So the nice thing about using the strap is that you can actually surrender the leg. You might feel after all of that work, there might be a little bit of tension in the lower abs. You may have a little tension around the hips. So just let that tension go, surrendering as much as possible, releasing all effort, just letting the breath come in and out. Notice how it feels on the outstretched leg. Try to allow that outstretched leg to just hang out. You're not gripping, you're not holding. Try to resist the temptation to hold the leg that's resting in the strap. Just let it go. And it's okay if it starts to come a little round to the side. That just happens because of the opening of the tissues around the hips. Try to release. And then starting to take the first of 3 long, deep breaths. With each inhalation, take the breath down into the compressed hip on the side with the bent knee. With each exhalation, try to breathe the tension away. Inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. One last deep inhalation, and as you exhale, bring some energy back into your hands. Bring the hand around the knee. Take the other foot up. You're just going to release that leg. Allow it come all the way down. We're going to swap straight to the other side, so squeeze the other leg in. Make sure that if you have a buckle, that it's not going to rest on that leg. You want to bring the strap around the leg first and then take it to where is comfortable for you. So as close as it wants to come in. And this is quite a deep hip flexion when you take the leg in. So you want to just find a position that is comfortable for you and then let the arms go and then let the leg go. The nice thing, again, is that the body is using the strap to support your legs, so you don't have to use effort here. Now notice how it feels in the pelvic floor. So this gives a stretch all the way from the back to the front of the pelvic floor, and it's asymmetrical, so you'll feel that it's different on one side versus the other. Hopefully it's nice and warm in the room that you're in. I just feel a little like somebody has turned off the heat. Allowing yourself to relax. We're going to be in this position for 2 minutes. So letting go of that bent leg, surrendering the leg to the strap. Noticing the little bit of compression that you feel around the hip on that side. Try to let that compression just release. I want you to imagine space. Imagine that inside the hip socket you have lots of space, lots of opening. Try to resist any temptation to grip. Notice how it is on that outstretched leg, on the hip for that outstretched leg. If you feel any tension there, just try to let it go. Let the back of the outstretched leg feel heavy on the mat. Making sure that you're relaxing your shoulders, allowing your body to be heavy, allowing everything to surrender. And then starting to take the first of 3 long, deep breaths. With each inhalation, breathe into the compressed hip on the bent knee side. With each exhalation, breathing away the tension. Inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. One last deep inhalation, and then just bending the straight leg, releasing the strap, allowing the leg to come down, and taking yourself back up. You can remove your strap. And that is it for today's little session. I hope that you enjoyed both the strong contractions and the relaxation at the end of this video. And I hope that you are still with me tomorrow. Have a really lovely day.